So let's try out these. Now the first one over here, so we have differentiate, so d by dx of 2. Now square root of x is x to the power half. That means the constant 2 will be multiplied to the derivative of x to the power half, which is half. X to the power n minus 1 is half minus 1. So this is 2 into half is 1. So x to the power half minus 1 is minus half. Now it's a very good idea once you have differentiated something to return the power to the positive form from the indices rule. So it would be 1 by x to the power half. The next one is a bit different. You see that 3 is upstairs, but x squared is a fraction. We cannot differentiate this. We have to divide it first. Now the rule for this is, we know the indices rule again. We have to bring this upstairs. So we have to write as x to the power minus 2. Now we are ready to differentiate. So let's differentiate this. So 3 is the constant. So this will be minus 2 x to the power minus 2 minus 1, which is minus 3. So now we can simplify minus 3 to the 6 x to the power minus 3. So the next one, we have differentiate d by dx of 1 by 3x cubed. Now, so we know we have to bring this upstairs. The common mistake is to write it as 3x to the power minus 3. But this is wrong because 1 by 3 is really a constant. It is more or less like 1 by 3 into 1 by x cubed. We can only take the x cubed upstairs. We cannot take the 3 upstairs. So this is very important that you remember how this is written down. So this will be, let me erase this. So now we can write it as 1 by 3 into x to the power minus 3. So 1 by 3 is the constant. So x to the power minus 3, the derivative is going to be minus 3. X to the power minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. So this 3 and this 3 cancels off. So we get minus 1 upstairs. And now let's try to make this positive. X to the power minus 4 by the indices rule is x to the power 4. So remember that. One more thing is important is when we are writing d by dx, as long as we are not differentiating but simplifying, we have to keep writing d by dx. It sort of means that we're simplifying. Okay, the next one over here, the two values are multiplied together. So d by dx of, this is 1 by 3 into x cubed into x minus 2. So we have to multiply this and simplify this before we can proceed. So this is going to be d by dx of, so 1 by 3, now x cubed into x is x to the power 4, minus 1 by 3, x cubed, this is into 2, so 2 by 3, x cubed, so this is going to be x to the power 3. Now we have simplified it. Now we are ready to differentiate it. So remember, we have to simplify it. To simplify means to add, subtract, multiply, divide. So 1 by 3 is the constant, and we can differentiate x to the power 4 as 4x cubed. Minus, now 2 by 3 is the constant. We can differentiate x cubed as 3x squared. To simplify this, we get 4 by 3 x to the power 3 minus this 3 and this 3 cancels, 2x squared. So that's the derivative. Let's do here a division. Let's do this one, number I. So d by dx of 2x cubed plus thrice x divided by square root of x. Now let's use some indices rule before we can simplify. So this is when you have division. So x to the power a divided by x to the power b. The indices rule says you subtract the power. So we have 2x cubed divided by x to the power half, because square root really means half, plus 3x divided by x to the power half. Now using the indices division rule, so we can write 2 is the constant. We can write x to the power 3 minus half, plus here we can write x to the power 1 minus half. Remember, we still haven't differentiated. So d by dx of 2 x to the power 3 minus half is going to be 3 to the 6, 6 minus 1, 5 by 2, plus 3 x to the power 1 minus half is going to be half. So now when we differentiate this, we can write here 2, and we can write the power in front, which is 5 by 2, x to the power 5 by 2 minus 1. So let me write it as 5 by 2 minus 1. I can simplify this later on, plus 3. So we can write this as half, x to the power half minus 1. So that turns out to be 2 multiplied by 5 by 2. The 2 cancels and we get 5. And x to the power 5 by 2 minus 1. Now 5 by 2 is 2.5. 2.5 minus 1 is 1.5, which is 3 by 2. So this is going to be 3 by 2. Now plus, this is going to be 3 into half is 3 by 2. And we have x to the power half minus 1, which is minus half. So this is the derivative. Now let's do one more. Now we can try out this one over here. So d by dx of thrice x minus 2, 4x plus 1 by x. So what we can do here, we can multiply this. So we can simplify. Remember, as long as you're simplifying, you have to keep writing d by dx. So thrice x into 4x is 4 3s are 12 x squared plus thrice x into 1 by x. So it is going to be thrice x divided by x, or only 3. Next, minus 2 into 4x is 8x minus 2 into 1 by x is 2 by x. So now let's differentiate this, but before that we have to make sure all the variables are upstairs. So 12x squared plus 3 minus 8x minus 2 x to the power minus 1. Now we are good to go. So this is going to be 12. X squared is going to be twice x. That's the derivative. The derivative of 3 is 0 because it's a constant. The derivative of minus 8x is minus 8. Then minus 2. The derivative of x to the power minus 1 is minus 1 x to the power minus 2. So we can now write 24x minus 8 minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2 x to the power minus 2. Let's make it positive x squared.